think you should know me, right? Other half a replica.
Hello guys, this is Shivhare. Welcomes you all in your channel and then my channel Learn Anything, where we all share our thoughts and views to make the computer community better. So in the last video where I have shown you my upgraded version of JARVIS AI. Okay, the key features was I was able to move the move the actual mouse on the screen with the help of voice, and I didn't need it too much code. I didn't need to write a lot of code just to do it. I just needed some pyautogui code and a little pygame knowledge and a little pygame logic, not knowledge. And believe me guys, that you don't have to write any typical pygame code to do this. You just have to know the logic the behind the logic which is behind the movement of images in pygame and the codes of pyautogui. Well, if you don't know the pyautogui, you can see my other videos of pyautogui where I have shown you the basic codes of mouse movement and keyboard interactions, so you can view them and then you can come here back to go through the lecture to continue. Okay, so in this video I'm assuming that you know how to create JARVIS. uh, Remember that I have created a JARVIS playlist where I'm uploading all the JARVIS key features and all the JARVIS upgrades and the JARVIS program, and there you can go. You will find 5 videos on the 5 first videos which will be just for creating JARVIS. Okay, and that will contain all the information, every single detail that you will need to create your JARVIS. And if you still have any question, then please feel free to ask me. But I wanna tell you guys that I don't know what happened to my YouTube comment box page, that it was not showing me some of the comments. So I will fix it as soon as possible. So if so it may take some time for me to reply you, but remember guys that I will definitely reply you, definitely. Okay, because my subscribers are my life. So let's start. So in this video I'm using that assuming that you know the basics of JARVIS, and in this video I will just tell you the key feature of how you can move mouse on screen with the help of your voice and your code. Okay, you don't have to write a long code, you just have to make a function. Okay, that's a normal function. So let's get start. So guys, actually I just made the whole setup for you. Okay, and if you don't know that what do listen code actually mean in Python language, and what do main function code actually mean, and what do loop function actually mean, then you can just go to the uh, another video of my of JARVIS. Okay, in that video I have given a detailed introduction I have given a detailed concept wise introduction about these functions, and I actually these are the custom made functions. Okay, that means I have made them so that everyone can also make them. And in this video I will just uh, give you a small definition of this function. So first of all, what we did is we just import speech recognition. Okay, this is a module of Python which we are going to use, so that the Python language, the computer will get our voice as a command. Okay, it can turn our voice into a reasonable string, then pocket strings. I have imported a pocket strings. Okay, so what do pocket strings actually means? Now don't think that it is related to pocket. Okay, don't think that. Okay, actually the thing is that pocket strings is also a module of Python, and we use this so that the speech recognition module can turn the voice codes. Okay, actually the speech recognition get the voice and save it in an mp3 file. Okay, and then or in mp3 or wave file, and then the pocket strings are used to uh, transcribe that file into words. Okay, and those words are used to be printed on the screen. So the next thing is that import pyautogui. It is really important to make mouse function that we are going to make, and which will keep our mouse moving in the screen with the help of our voice. So if you don't know about pyautogui, then I have separate videos about pyautogui and you can go and watch them also. But remember guys, that those videos are just basic videos. It is just like you just uh, take a cup of water from an ocean, from a endless ocean. Okay, so I will keep posting new videos on pyautogui because it is really big module and its application are tremendous. I mean, you can use this module at any program of your choice, almost at any program, just like I used it in my JARVIS program to make the mouse movable on the screen with the help of our voice. So the thing is that uh, you may also know about the dragon, naturally speaking, right? The most popular speech recognition program in the world, but and that also that uses mouse grid type of functions that to move the mouse. Actually that is really good because you don't have to say left again and again. But I will try to make those kind of function also in my later videos when I will teach you more modules about when I will introduce you with the new modules. But till this point of time, I have not uploaded much module functions, so I will just tell you how to use them. Okay, but remember guys that I will just keep posting on pyautogui playlist also because that is a really big and you can use that at any program of your choice. So without wasting more time, let's get to our point. So this function, the def listen function, it is actually a function we created so that uh, it will get the input of our voice. Okay, it will get the input like we say left, so it will take our voice, convert it into the string left, and then it will return to the code mouse. Okay, mouse functions code. Okay, now the second thing is that it is a main function. Okay, I have taken it from the JARVIS program that I made. Okay, so you can go there to understand the full meaning of that main function. And then this is the def loop. The def loop is actually the loop which we are going to use, okay, to call our to run our whole program. So let's start now. Actually guys, since you wanna move mouse, okay, so you wanna move mouse maybe by 20 pixels or by 10 pixels or by 5 pixels or by 1 pixel, according to your wish, according to the accuracy you want, right? But in this video I'm gonna show you how you can move the mouse by 20 pixels in any direction. So to do that, we need to create a function. Okay, def, to define a function, then mouse, I'm naming it function as mouse, then without any parameters because we don't need any parameters since our voice is actually the input. Okay, and that input is taken by the listen function, so we don't have to give any parameters to mouse function. So here what we have to do is we will create two variables. Okay, so let's create x underscore change, x underscore change equals to 0. Okay, and y underscore change um, is also equals to 0. Now I think you are getting some point of why do I call that, why do I told that I will be using some pygame logic. Actually guys, I made a video on how to make pygame, how to make game using pygame, and there I used uh, this kind of codes to make the image move. But since that was a game and it was limited to a window, so only the image was moving. But in this video we are not limited to the window because we are using pyautogui, so we can use this code or this logic. It's not a code guys, it's just a logic to make the mouse move in the whole screen. So without wasting more time, let's go ahead. So we have created two variables. Okay, so now let's give it a while loop. Now why are we giving it while loop? So that we are giving it while loop so that it won't end until and unless we say something like come back Jarvis or get out of and that all kind of stuff. Navigation. Okay, so this is the use of while loop in this program. So let's just um, now at every point of time, at every instant of, not at every point of time, at every frame we want the current position of mouse on the screen. Okay, so to do that we will just define a function d is equals to pyautogui dot position. Okay, so it will just take the position of the mouse on the screen, and it doesn't matter where the mouse is on the screen, it will just take the points, it will just take the coordinates of the mouse at that instant on the place of the screen on. Okay, so now we have our mouse location. So what we will do next? Actually guys, the pyautogui.position, this will give you a tuple which will contain two values x and y coordinates, and since we want to change these values, okay, and so to do that we have to convert them into list, but since they are in tuple, how we are planning to change them? So let's convert them into list so that we can change them easily. Okay, since tuples are immutable, right? By immutable I mean to say that they are not able to be changed. That means if I define a function like a is equals to um, 0 comma 1, okay, now and then I write it as a then 0, that means the 0 which is on the 0th position is equals to 7, then it will be wrong, it will give us an error that you are using a tuple and you tried to change the value of a tuple. Okay, so we have to convert the d function, okay, the d variable into tuple. So what we do next is let's make another variable, that is I is equals to list, okay, list and then d. Guys, the list function, the list command tells the Python to change that tuple into a list so that we can use that tuple to many places. Okay, and now we have got our tuple, we have got our list. Okay, and this list is containing the same values as the d variable having in the tuples. So what do we do next? We have our list, we have our positions. So I think what do we do next? Now we want that if I say or if you say left, then the mouse should move left. That means it should change the x position of the mouse by decreasing the values. Suppose that if the value of x coordinate is 230, then you want it to go on the left, then it must subtract something from that 230 and then give it a command to go to that point of x-axis, okay, so that it can move towards left. But first of all, to do that we have to give it a if statement. If oh wait a minute guys, I didn't call another thing, that is k is equals to listen, okay, and I think I should call this as so this is our listen function, right? We should place the parenthesis as it is a function. Okay, now suppose that I want to know what is the actual position of the mouse at the instant when our program is running. So what I will do is I will just write a command print I, so that it will give us a list okay, of the current coordinates of mouse. So now we have got our k. Okay, now what we want is we want to print the k also, so that we can know what the computer is actually listening and what is it interpreting. So let's say print k. Okay, so we have got it. Now let's um, write something. So if k double is equals to let's say now, remember guys that I am using some small keyword because in this tutorial I am using pocket strings. Actually the pocket strings is the offline version, okay, offline speech recognition library types, but it is really not good if you are uh, if you are working with big sentences like get out of the mouse navigation JARVIS or this kind of words. And for those kind of big sentences you should use GTTS. And the thing is that it uses a constant internet connection so that it can give you better results in less time. But since I don't have an internet connection this time, so I'm not able to do that. That's why I'm using power strings. And you just have to change the words. Okay, here I'm using now instead of down because I have seen that most of the time the pocket strings accept down as now. Okay, so let's write it. So now that means if I say now, then what should it do? Well, it should do um, x underscore change equals to, let's say, since I'm using now for the down, that means I have to change the y coordinate. Okay, that means I have to increase the y coordinate so that it will get the mouse down in the down direction. So let's say that we want to increase it as 30 pixels. Okay, and y underscore change, oh sorry guys, here must be y. Now here must be x underscore change. Now since we don't want any change in the x, so we'll keep it as 0. Okay, so now let's give another if statement. This time I'm using elif. Okay, elif k double equals to um, go for up direction because I'm using power strings and it does not recognize the words correctly, so I'm using small words. Okay, but you can use GTTS so that it can give you a better variety of options, a better variety of sentence. And in the last video, in my updated JARVIS video, I have used GTTS so that I can give it a large sentences to read out. Okay, so let's get back to the topic. If k elif k double equals to go, then what should happen? Now since we are changing the y direction still and the upper direction, that means we have to subtract something from y coordinates. So what we do is y underscore change equals to, let's say, minus 30. Remember guys, the 30 is actually the magnitude that will be added to the current position of the mouse so that it can move from the current position to the relative position, okay, where we want it to move. So now here also the x underscore change change will be 0. Okay, now let's do another again, elif k double equals to right. Okay, now it's time for the x axis, x coordinate. Okay, so we will give the values to x coordinate. So since we want it to go to the right place, okay, that means we have to add something to move it in this direction. So let's add 30 pixels here also. So in this time I wanna give 30 pixels to x underscore change. And remember guys that x underscore change is just a variable that is containing the values. Okay, now y underscore change is equals to 0. Now like that for k equals to actually let's keep it as else. Since we are using pocket strings, so I don't want to repeat the word again and again to show you that the mouse can be moved with this code. So I will just say here else and then x underscore change is equals to minus 30, but you should use it with the elif if you are using GTTS, so that you can do this according to your wish. Okay, now y underscore change is equals to 0. So we have almost completed our code. Okay, but we have to do one more thing. Now what is that one more thing? Well, we still have to get our mouse from the current position to the final position by adding these 30 by adding these values in the current position of mouse, right? So what do we do now? Okay, I will tell you. Well, we just have to write another code. Okay, and that is pyautogui dot move to. So let's do this. Okay, now what we have to do is pyautogui dot move, then capital T, then O. Oh man, okay, I just forgot something, guys. Actually, you just can't write pyautogui.move until and unless you actually add these values to the current position. And by saying these values, I mean the 30 magnitude. This is the number. Okay, 30 pixels we have to add in the current position. So let's do this. So to do that, we just use a simple pygame logic, that is um, I is a variable which is containing our list. Okay, I then 0, that is x position, is equals to I I 0 plus plus x underscore change, x underscore change. Okay, you can also write it as I then 0 equals to positive, then equal to sign, then x underscore change. Let me show you how you can write it in another format. I am using y underscore change this time. Okay, so let's say I, then in the brackets 1 to refer the second position. Okay, and then we will just have to put positive sign and then equal to sign, and then y underscore change, y underscore change, y underscore change. Okay, so that's it. And now what we have to do here is we just have to refer the I0 and I1. So let's do this. I, then 0 comma I, then 1 comma duration is actually optional. Well, I'm using duration also to show that how the mouse is moving to the point. So let's say 1 second is the duration in which the mouse will move from current position to the final position. Okay, so let's do this. So we have got it. Okay, so what we have to do is we just have to write here something. Now let's say if user was equals to mouse, then what should happen? Then it should call mouse function. Okay, but since we are using pocket strings, it does not recognize the words correctly most of the time. So I will just write here else mouse, so that ultimately will be in the mouse variable, mouse function. Okay, so we have almost completed it, right? This is the function that will allow us to change the direction of mouse, and I prefer to use GTDS. But the thing is that GTDS is also not um, perfect. Okay, it is also not perfect because it just offers you 50 calls a day. That means you just can say any word or any sentence 50 times a day, and after 50 times it will just cut off the supply, and you have to try again next day. And this is because the Google does not open the APIs for this still, I think. And let's get back to the topic. So let's save it first of all. um, Mousy, let's say, let's name it as Mousy. Okay, hello Mousy. Oh wow. So let's run it. Okay, remember guys that you will get the knowledge about listen function. Okay, and the main function and the loop function in my other videos, where I have given a detailed explanation of this function and how to make this function. I have also explained that also. But in this video you just have to concentrate on this mouse function, because the main motive of this video is to make you understand how you can use mouse function, and how you can create your own mouse function. Okay, so let's do this. And remember guys that if it does not understand me correctly, then it will just change the mouse position towards the left by 30 pixels. Okay, because I have written here else. Okay, so let's